Shadow work is when you explore the depths of your soul in order to heal and grow. It's an introspective practice that anyone can do, and it's based on the theory that we all have a shadow side that we must be conscious of. So our shadow consists of the parts of ourself that we hide and repress by pushing it down into our subconscious. So by embracing and bringing these things up to the surface, we can understand ourselves better, we can live more authentically and heal our wounds. So aspects of our shadow include things like fear, aggression, our toxic traits and flaws, shame, and selfishness. So it's not easy, but shadow work is a vital part of our journey and our spiritual and personal growth. Many of us do this and we don't even know that we're actually doing it. So I want to give you just a few benefits of like why we would want to do shadow work, and then I'm going to teach you on how to do shadow work. So one benefit is it can help you to reduce projection when you interact with others. So a lot of the time we're projecting onto others and we don't actually realize we're doing it because we don't have the awareness. So when we do shadow work, that's how we can become more aware, which stops us from doing that. The second benefit is it can help us to heal our generational trauma. The third benefit is it can help you to find your purpose in life. Fourth benefit is it can help you to become aware of your toxic patterns you are repeating so you can change them. Because awareness is key, right? Awareness is 90% of transformation. If you aren't aware of something, you can't change it. So shadow work helps you to become aware. And the fifth benefit is it helps you to have like better mental health and overall well-being and moods. And there are many more benefits. I just wanted to give you a few examples. But you know, I've even actually got videos on that topic of like benefits of shadow work. So there are a lot more benefits to it. Now, I want to teach you here. I've got 6 ways that you can do shadow work. So the first one is journaling your thoughts and feelings using diaries and shadow work prompts. So I recommend getting yourself some type of diary or journal specifically for your shadow work. And you can use shadow work prompts, which I have a video on shadow work prompts that I'll link at the end of this video. But an example, I'll give you a couple examples of a shadow work prompt. So it could be, they're like basically questions for you to answer, that these questions will help you to, you know, like dig deep into yourself. So for example, a shadow work prompt could be, what is something that sparks a short fuse in you, or AKA triggers you? So you have the question and then you just write your thoughts and feelings to that question. Another example could be like, why does this bother you so quickly and so much? So shadow work prompts are just simply questions that will help you to dig deep within yourself. And again, I will link my video that I have on that at the end of this one. The second thing is to observe your reactions to different issues and situations and look for behavioral patterns. So when you look for behavioral patterns, this is where you need to develop some self-awareness and learning to observe your reactions. So your triggers, whenever you find yourself being triggered, that trigger is a clue to what needs to be healed within you. So start observing when you're reacting, when you're being triggered, and then what you do is you can journal on that trigger. Like you can ask yourself the questions of like, why am I being triggered right now? What's behind this? You know, dig deeper into yourself, into that trigger. And again, you can use your journal to journal on that. Number 3 is learn to respond and not react to situations and stresses. So basically, like you could either be in responsive mode or reactive mode. And one way you can sort of learn to respond instead of reacting is by doing this candle meditation. So what you do is you get a candle and you light it and you just simply stare at the candle flame, because eyes that wander is a mind that wanders. So when you stare at the candle flame, it helps you to focus and it helps to quieten down the mind. And so what you do is you simply observe your thoughts. Observe your thoughts as if you're sitting on a park bench and the thoughts are just going past and you're just watching them. It doesn't matter if the thoughts are positive or negative. You're not trying to control them. You're just simply observing. Now, I would recommend doing this meditation for 5 to 10 minutes a day. And what it does is it helps you to be in responsive mode instead of reactive mode. So when you respond, that's where you're coming from, a place where you're observing and responding instead of being triggered and reacting. And it's a more powerful place to be in. The fourth one is meditate on the aspects of your shadow to get to know it better. And you can meditate using journal prompts as well. So you can pick out a journal prompt, like one of the examples I just gave, and meditate on that and see what comes up. Number 5 is practice being present and conscious in everyday life rather than living too much in the past and future. So a lot of us spend most of our time in the past and future, and we're not really spending much time in the actual present moment. And the present moment is the only moment that we actually have. So to practice being present, the key to being present to the moment is really just putting the awareness in your body. So I use a candle meditation to do this as well, where I stare at the candle flame, and as I breathe in, I put the awareness in my body. I feel it in my hands and my feet or my core. And as I breathe in, I put the awareness in the body, and then I feel the separation between me and the candle. And then when I breathe out, I simply relax. And then when I breathe back in, I put the awareness in the body and feel the separation between me and the candle. Now, you don't have to use a candle. You can just use an object. But the key to being present in the moment is to be out of the head and the awareness being in the body. And I would also recommend reading the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I've just bought the book, but I haven't read it yet. But The Power of Now is talking about the power of the present moment. So that can help you learn to become more present and conscious in everyday life. And the last one, number 6, is practice emotional inquiry. Ask yourself questions like, why do I feel like this? Why does that trigger me? Why do I react this way? So those are the 6 things on how to do shadow work. I hope you like this video, guys. If you got some sort of value, let me know by giving me a thumbs up or write a comment. And if you like this sort of content, then subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified whenever I'm dropping a video. I drop 5 a week. And I hope you like this video, and I hope I see you on the next one. Have an awesome day. Peace.